Hi, I'm Jay, and this is my take on the AblePlanet headphone. They're certainly budget friendly, but how do they sound?
Okay, so as I said in the intro video, these are the AblePlanet headphones. Um, so I have the Amazon listing pulled up here, and as you can see, they're for this pair itself, they're $14. And there's a bunch of other colors. So depending on which color you get, they cost different amounts. The most expensive that I saw were the purple ones here, and they are $24. So there's a bit of a price jump on, how much you care how they look. They are 100% plastic construction, and if you can hear, so you can see my mic, they make a lot of creaky noises. They do. So they do have a couple nice features. The cups obviously pivot up and down, and they swivel completely flat, and that's because they're made to be mobile. So you can store them in this nifty bag that they came with, which is nice for a $15 pair of headphones. You get a little carry bag. And they do kind of swivel just past flat, so there's a decent amount of articulation. The headband adjustment is pretty solid. I mean, they're not going anywhere once they're set. They have this nice little kind of foam. I don't even know that. It must be like nylon or something attached to it, and it's just glued in, so you can see mine are kind of coming loose a little bit right there. And the cable goes on the inside here, and that's just pushed through there and obviously glued behind, and then pushed in the crevice there. And that was kind of starting to come out a little bit. I feel like that could be maybe an issue at some point. Doesn't seem very secure. It almost looks like maybe it gets pinched. If it pops out a little and you close it, it might get pinched a little. So that could be something to look out for. They are pretty kind of chintzy plastic too, as you can tell by all the creaking. The ear cups are kind of a pleather. They're pretty stiff. They are removable though, so I don't know why you would buy a $15 pair of headphones and then probably spend at least as much on a pair of ear pads for them, but they are removable, so you could replace them if you wanted to. So, as I said, they come with this bag. Another nice feature is that they have this removable cable, and it's really just a 3.5 millimeter to 3.5 millimeter with a volume adjustment control. So they just plug right in, and you wear them. The another good kind of, I guess, aspect of their build that goes along with the audio a little bit is that they seal fairly well. So you can see there's kind of a suction that develops, and you'll actually get that against your ear a little bit if it sits right. So that's nice. So now I guess I can go on to the sound. How do they sound? Obviously, there's not much cup space here. There's probably almost no room behind the drivers. So they are very focused. So they're very kind of just like, and they're small. I mean, I guess they have a decent sized driver in them, but they don't do. There's a huge roll off in the low end. So while they have decent extension, so here it says the frequency response is 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz. And I believe that. The bass extension is decent if you listen for it. If you really pay attention and you listen for it, you can hear it. But if a song's just playing normally, it's not going to be it's not going to be there with the other levels. These are not very, but they're bright, pretty bright headphones. Everything plays in the upper frequencies. There's really very little mid-range, so it's just all like this ball of sound inside your head. That being said, they are fairly clear, but they don't have much detail. So it makes them sound very, I guess, two-dimensional is the way that I would describe it. Because you can hear like cymbals or piano. You can hear the sound. Like you get a nice clean note from it, I guess. But you don't get the strike. You don't get that like shimmer or peak from it, and then the kind of, I guess, the decay is what it's referred to as. These just like quick decay, just like very flat, just kind of sound, and then it goes away. Whereas with like the K7XX is obviously not a fair comparison because those are more than 10 times the cost. The K7XXs, I can hear like the strike of the hammer on the piano as the pianist hits the key. These, you just get a little bit of sound, but it's clear and it's a nice sound. So, if you want So they are. So that being said, they are the best sounding $12 or $14. I paid $12 for them a few months ago. But right now they are, even for $14, they are the best sounding $14 pair of headphones I've ever heard. If you're looking for something that's really cheap, that you can just throw in your bag and bring with you to work and get some decent music out of, or if you're, I don't know, listening to podcasts or something, spoken word is great out of these, then these are perfect. Because you can literally just, you can do whatever you can completely abuse them and not care because they cost $14, and if they break in a half a year or a year, then you can just buy another pair. Or if you lose them, somebody who knows nothing about headphones decides to steal them, I don't know. Because who would steal a $14 pair of headphones? So, yeah. Not a bad purchase. I've worn them on planes. I actually bought them for that because I traveled for a while for work. Because, I could just lay them flat and throw them in my bag. They work great. The isolation is good. So yeah. If you're in the market for an extremely cheap pair of headphones that have pretty decent sound, go for these. I will say one thing. I haven't tried them with my phone, so I'm not entirely sure. I don't think my phone gets that loud. But with the O2, if I really push them, like if I crank this up like halfway, not really listening volume with these because they're really easy to drive, the top end just falls apart. Like it just distorts like crazy, and it sounds terrible. So if you like your music really loud and you're planning on carrying an amp with you, maybe not these. But if you just want something to plug into your phone and take with you, something that's really cheap, these will do the job. So yeah.